to go for this size because of my case, which is a 4000D airflow by Corsair, and it doesn't fit a 360 or 280 at the front, at the top, sorry, only at the front, but I prefer the top for airflow. So I got this one, which is the RGB version. It looks really pretty, and it's the first time I'm gonna install an AIO. I never installed an AIO in my life. Always air cooler has always been so much easier. But I thought this time would be a good option to go for it. So here it is. This is the front of the box. This is the top of it. There's some tapping on it. This is going to be a relatively short video because it will be mostly of unboxing and maybe install, or maybe I will show you the full result, because installing an AIO it's pretty complicated, and I might not have enough space to be able to show you this on camera properly. So this is the top of the box. There is an installation guide video that I can find on this QR code, which I might do. And then this is the back. Liquid Freezer 3 Pro 240 A-RGB. This is the new version of it. There's a older version which is without the Pro. The main difference is the fans are new fans. I heard they were better, so that's why I went for this one, but we'll see. It's compatible with Intel and AM5 and AMD, so good for me. The radiator is pretty thick, apparently, so that's why it doesn't fit in my case. So anyway, let's just open it. So the first thing is this part. Then we got inside the pump. Which is attached to the radiator. There is a box of accessories. Let me try to find the best way to open this. More box of accessories. believe, the adapter for the Intel socket. Indeed, which we won't be using. This is for the AMD version. Sorry, this is for the Intel version, and we're gonna use the brackets for the AMD. So that's pretty much the unboxing view. Really, box of accessories. Then we got the Arctic pump and radiator, and then we got the VRM fan. This is not an actual fan, this is just fins. The fan is inside here, as you can see. It's inside, this is the VRM fan, so this will be just basically sitting on the pump. So this is the unboxing of the Arctic Liquid Freezer 3 240 A-RGB. I will try to include some footage of the cooler itself within the case. If I can film some installation, I will do so as well. But this was the unboxing of it. Okay, so this is inside the PC, and now I will try to remove the air cooler and clean the existing thermal paste. We'll see how this goes. So first of all, we need to remove the clips here. So that's the fans for the CPU cooler removed. And I will now remove the air tower. I will twist it gently so I can remove it without damaging the CPU. As you can see, very dusty and a bunch of thermal paste that needs to be removed. Same thing for the CPU itself. We'll remove this bracket as well. residue, but I think we'll have to do with this. Okay, that's good. And now we will do the same for the CPU. As you can see, most of it is removed. We might need to use a Q-tip to finish the angles. Okay, now this is pretty much removed. I will need to swap a lot of fans here, so I will have to continue the rest off camera, and I will replace a lot of these fans and change the configuration, and then at the end I will show you end result with everything finished and working. So here all the CPU has been cleaned up, and there is no more thermal paste left on the CPU. Off camera I was able to install the radiator, which is now installed. This is the radiator, it's pretty thick, and the one thing left is the pump. So I need to install the pump here on the CPU. However, this is a pretty noisy and complex situation, so I will do this off camera. So, as you can see, now the pump is installed and all the fans are running. The system is running. It is pretty quiet. It took me a bit of a time to figure out how to set up all the fan curves in the BIOS, but this is not done, and it's now pretty quiet. So here, as you can see, this is the pump with the fans, and it's a pretty thick radiator. As you can see, it's going down quite a lot from the case, and it's covering a lot of the RAM sticks over there. Also the pump, and the tubes are pretty long, and they
is quite pretty, although one fan on the back for the exhaust is a different kind of RGB and LED style, with the blades of the AIO fans and the front intake fans being the LED, while the exhaust fan is not the blades or the LED but around it. However, it's quite pretty, so I'm happy with this, and I think in terms of gaming and productivity it's gonna be much more quieter. Well, it's not that it's gonna be quieter because this is very powerful fans, but it will run much cooler, and because of it the fans won't have to be very heavily used, and it will therefore be quieter. So this is the rig. I hope that all of this was quite relaxing to you. I hope you had a good time, and I will say that on my end it was quite interesting to make, and I'm glad that I finally upgraded to an AIO. It is a good one, but just make sure when you do your research that your AIO is gonna fit inside your case, because it's a